So the troop for tomorrow, you picked up Lopez. The bigger question was if Gabriel and Claesson could join, but they're coming later today, so they will have an extra training session and be tested again for infection numbers. And they won't infest anybody, so they'll be here in a few hours. So after the last game in the Superliga, in the local league, it sounded like it was just survival in Champions League. And Neestrup's answer, no, that is not exactly correct. That was maybe not the best well-expressed expression. We're in a more difficult situation than we were a month ago, and everybody knows, so there's not much to express on that. There's a different truth that we had 5 weeks ago. We will play at our absolutely best, and we will do the best we can, and we hope to get a good result. And we are here to get a result. Last time we had a difficult stream. It was a shorter stream, but we played pretty well last time. And we actually managed fairly well. And we lost 2 games in the local league in March, and we did really, really well against Chelsea. Unfortunately, not enough for a draw or a win, but we did really well, and that is what we will find for tomorrow. So, Jacob, when you want to play to your best, so does that mean you're not reserving some players? So do you want to dosage them, or how does that work? So we got 5 days until the next game after tomorrow. So it will be very fair players who can play 4 games in 3 days, and every 3 days. I do need to rotate, and I do expect everybody to play. And we won't play anybody who we're in doubt of. At the Dortmund game, El Junnosuke was in doubt, and we decided not to play him, and we didn't want to take the chance at that time. This time, with the players coming in, we're taking no chance with anybody. We will play with the team that is the strongest and can compete the most. So this game, it's against number 5 in the Premier League. Do you fear the game? No, I don't fear the game. Why would I? We've got good experience playing Premier League teams. We've played Chelsea, United, City, and we're doing well. We had a tough time against City when they were in their best version of themselves, but we're so looking forward to tomorrow, and it's going to be a good game. Your opponent, Gaffer, who might also be your friend, as I hear it, what's your relationship with him? I have a big respect for Thomas. And we meet many, many good teams, and everything over here is, and everything in Champions League is a level higher than in our home league. And that's how it is. I don't think we are without a chance. We are meeting a good team, but we should get our possibilities, and we will definitely try to take them.
Can you both answer in English as well? Or translate?
I can, yeah.
Next month, the Africa Cup of Nations will begin in Morocco, but they actually wanted it to be in the summer, only they lost out because of the Club World Cup. Denmark is one of the few countries in Europe where it actually benefits for the AFCON to take place in the winter months as it does. How do you feel about losing your Tunisian player to AFCON when, if Morocco had been allowed to have its way, you wouldn't be losing him at that time, but it might be even worse because of the season happening, the Danish season being the way it is?
I think it's a fair and a good question, but maybe not for this setting that we're in. It was not the question that I prepared answer to on my way to London, to be honest. So I will think about it and then maybe answer it in 1 month in another setting.
So another question on the coaching. In the first round, you met Kasper Hjulmand, and tomorrow it's Thomas Frank. What's your opinion of Danish coaches in Champions League? How are we doing? What is the standard of the coaches in Denmark? I have colleagues who are a bit older than me, then have a lot more experience, and they're doing a super good job. They have a lot more experience, and those two mentioned and others, they're opening the door for everybody else. It might be the two biggest Danish coach names you're mentioning, and they're doing really, really well. And Danish coaches today are really good. So a young lad like myself actually get the chance to become a head gaffer at the biggest club in Scandinavian. And that's obviously happening because I'm good, but maybe more so, maybe a bit easier because other people have opened the door for this. Another question, how will FC Copenhagen manage to get a positive result from the game tomorrow? For tomorrow, if we get a victory or we get points or a point, we need to perform really, really well and at top level, both with and without the ball. And if we play well, we might actually succeed, and we might play our biggest strength on the day, and that's what we're hoping for and aiming for. In this difficult stream, there was actually 2 wins recently. How are you sleeping at night? Well, I'm sleeping very well at night. Of course, this summer when we won the double last summer, I'm sleeping well. But I'm also sleeping well when we lose. Even though it's difficult, I do sleep well. I'm not measuring the success of FC Copenhagen against the win against Tobro and Fredericia. And against Fredericia this weekend, we weren't playing to our optimal, but we won, which was important. And when things are difficult, we need to play well, but on short terms, we won't turn a corner and all of a sudden be a magnificent team, but we will keep on fighting and try our best to get our results. And we should be good enough to get results. And back to my night at sleep. My night's sleep is very well. And if all of a sudden I started sleeping bad at night, I might not be the best fit for this chair. But I'm sleeping very fine. Thank you. Question for Suzuki. So Suzuki, how is it joining FC Copenhagen and we're not in the best of place at the moment, and all of a sudden you move out and in a different spot than you usually play in? It's not my first position to play as right back, but what can I do for the team? And how can I develop as a player? And that's one of the things I can certainly do, both on right and left back, and become a better football player, even in not good game time. Thank you for the question. Another question for Suzuki. You got an amazing recipient from the Danish fans and from FCK's fans. You've been man of the match 3 games. How does that feel, for you and playing out of position, even playing out of position? I'm very happy for the good support from the fans, and they're recognizing me as man of the match 3 times. That's a big honor. And going on forward, I will keep on impressing the fans and trying to get the support. At FC Copenhagen, you played Champions League. How is that? It's been some difficult opponents and difficult matches, but our goal is to get on to the group stage from the group stages, and hopefully today we'll take 3 points and play well tomorrow and take 3 points home. That's the goal. More questions to Suzuki. So again, it's super difficult times for FC Copenhagen, and it's not good time for the team, but you're doing really, really well. How do you manage that? What's the feelings? I'm very, very happy about my own play, but more important for me is that we win as a team, and that's the focus also for me. And I want to be an even more bigger part of the team, and we will win. But the goal is to win more goals, more games. So, Niels, another question for you around Suzuki. He's speaking very fondly on you, and what's your take on it? And Neestrup is replying, I have many good colleagues that I'm very happy with and have a lot of conversations with, and I'm not personal friend of Thomas Frank, but we have common friends in common. I have a big respect for Thomas, and I've obviously known Thomas for many years on the distance. First time we met was when Thomas Frank and Brian Riemer trained the U17 team in Hvidovre, and that's quite many years ago. Thomas is a very pleasant person and a very personal person. Even though he's been a coach out in the other part of Copenhagen. So Thomas is getting a lot of pundits after him for not being a positive train with the team. I can't use it too much. Thomas is getting the critique coming, and I don't know if it's better or worse than the critique we're getting in the local Danish league. Football is up and down for all of us, also for FC Copenhagen. And we're working ourselves out of the situation, and we're playing, and hopefully the fans will come with us again when we become more successful. So this beautiful stadium, and the stadium is kind of pretty and new and special light. Do you experience it? Are you impacted of it? And it's a question to both of you, Neestrup and Suzuki. And Neestrup is answering first. So we were caught up in the queue. It took us 1.5 hours, and I was kind of saying, so where's the stadium? I don't see it, and then all of a sudden, 2 seconds later, the stadium, boom, was there. And it is a pretty stadium. But I do like the smaller stadiums as well, and as long as I also appreciate the smaller stadiums at home. The grass is green. The lines are white, there's a referee, and the ball is there, and it's all about football.